Hello, this is Paul again, and as you realize, this is lesson number 7 in a series of 12. We're dealing with Windows 7, and I include on the CDs that I am giving you has both for Windows 7 and XP. So in order to try to provide all the information I can, it's there for you. Well, in the previous session in part 1, we're talking about making shortcuts, and when it comes to making shortcuts, it makes it easy to return to previous work that you've been working on a long time basis. This way you don't have to look up the directory and find the file you want to work with every time, but have an easy selection from the desktop to make that happen. Well, I took you through what was the wizard that has been designed for Windows to perform this for you. And in Windows 7, it is also very similar to what has happened with Windows XP as well. There is a strong relevance there, although the directories that are listed there are a little bit different. Well, now in this very short lesson here, I'm going to show you a couple more ways to make a shortcut and be able to have the same results when having access to the directory for the specific file you're looking for. As you know, when we worked with the wizard, we had to activate that wizard first and then locate the directory in the file folder or whatever the program that you want to create a shortcut for is made available. So this is a much quicker way. I'd like to stress that yes, you can make a shortcut for anything that you have stored on the computer. Yes, you can make a shortcut for any folder that you wish to have. For example, a quick access to a folder that you have stored pictures on that you want to bring up quickly and show to people, or even on any other directory. If you use a program all the time and it's not on the desktop where you have easy access, you can also create that shortcut. You can also create a shortcut for any file you are working on. For example, if you're working on a Word document or in our case a Writer document with OpenOffice, why you will have a shortcut on the desktop for as long as you want it to be there. Now, be reminded that when you remove a shortcut, you will not remove the file. It is saved for you for later reference or to be put into long-term storage, whatever you wish to do. So let's talk about an easy way of creating a shortcut to the desktop, okay? And the first thing we want to do is to go into any directory on the computer that you are using this to take place. And when you do this, why you'll be able to see a list of your files. You can either make, like I said before, you can make a shortcut for that directory or the specific file that you have stored there. Once you go into that portion, you will be able to right-click on any item you wish and bring up a directory. Remember, a right-click or a secondary button on your mouse will bring up a directory in all cases. And this time on the list, you're going to be able to see that there is a provision to be able to send to. The send to button is able to send things in different directions, and one of them, as you make that selection, is going to be to make a shortcut on to the computer designated for the desktop. And it's just that easy. It's a very quick operation. Remember, if you make too many shortcuts and you don't need them anymore, you can always remove them. So with that in mind, I'd like to also be able to show you what else you can do with shortcuts, and that is to go to a directory and also go to the specific folder. Remember, you can do this with a folder or any file, any type of file you want, and create a shortcut on the desktop or anywhere else. Let me explain that. I am also active as a Sunday school teacher. And when in my course of studies, I will make reference of one study that I have to another one of a different book of the Bible. To link them together, instead of having two different copies of that document, I will create a shortcut in that folder that will remind me that I have something to refer to in a different book of the Bible. So on this fashion, you can place a shortcut anywhere you wish. Case in point, you can have one document, many shortcuts, and still have only one document stored on the computer, and there is nothing else to update when you make changes to it. So what we do is we right click, we go down to copy this time, and then we go to the folder that we want to place a shortcut in, or go to the desktop and be able to left click again. I'm sorry, not left click. It is a right click to bring up a menu. And when you bring up that menu, you'll see on the list that you can paste it as a shortcut. That way you can use that file in many different locations, but only work with a single document. And this is really the shortest part of this lesson, or any lesson, to be able to do this effectively. Remember, shortcuts makes your work much more productive because it's easy to get somewhere. Case in point, you're working on different type of projects, and you want to go from one project to the other. All you have to do is make use of that shortcut. There's another shortcut. Putting a folder, this pertains to folders only now, on the taskbar. What you will do is you'll go to the taskbar, if it's located on the bottom of your screen, as it is in most cases. Sometimes I see people move it around to different sides of the screen, or even on top, whatever is preferred. But you go to an empty area of the taskbar, right click on it, and be able to create a link to a directory on your computer. It don't have to be internal, it can be external, or anywhere where you want it to be, but this is reserved for your ability to have a quick access to all of the files in a specific directory on your computer. To get you to do this, I'd like to direct your attention to the toolbar. And when you go to an empty area of that toolbar, you'll right click and bring up a menu. On that menu, there is the top item that says Toolbars. And when you hold the mouse over top of that word, a secondary or a sub-menu will come up. Take notice on the bottom of this secondary menu is an item called New Toolbar. As you click on this new toolbar, it will bring up a view of very similar to any directory, and in this case it goes to the Documents section. And when I do that, I'm going to select Windows 7 classes for this demonstration. This is a folder that is on my network. However, if you go into the computer section, go to the C drive, you can choose any directory that is listed. When we complete our selection, we'll click on Select Folder. After selecting the folder, there will be an item on the lower right corner of the toolbar. It now says Windows 7 Classes. It is to the left of the area where the clock and the tools are listed that are running in the background. Now, in that section, there's a double arrow there that when you use your mouse on that double arrow, it will bring up the directory of that folder. Take notice that there is a listing of all the files that are stored there, but in addition to it all, there are the subfolders that are listed there as well. And you have a quick reference to be able to get into that section on your drive very quickly, and you don't have to close down any windows or anything. It'll come up on top of everything that is open. This is a handy thing to get to. I used that at one of my churches where I have a list of music demonstrations to go on the overhead, and was able to select any of the songs that I had laid out for them. Now, when I did this presentation in the class before, one asked, well, how about I'm finished with that folder, I don't need it anymore, can I get rid of it? And the answer is yes. Going back to the desktop and going on the toolbar, you will again right-click on an empty area to bring up that menu, and go to Toolbars again. And when we look at that, we are able to see that Windows 7 Classes is listed. It has a check mark to the left of it, and when you click on Windows 7 Classes itself, it'll remove that checkbox, and when it is completed, it will no longer be on the toolbar. So that gives you flexibility to go to a often used directory and have quick reference to everything that is stored there, including the subdirectories. You can go into those subdirectories and use any file from those subdirectories as well. So full access, as if you were bringing up a directory apart from that, that would be a separate window, but this is a quick access listing to be able to get work done much more quickly. Well, I thank you for your attention on this. I am happy to give you this information that you might be able to get better use out of your computer with the maximum amount of productivity. We are here in Pennsylvania, as you know, at Harrisburg Church, First Church of the Brethren, and this is Lesson 7, the completion of Lesson 7 concerning Windows 7 itself. So I am always grateful to be able to assist you as much as I can. Be sure to follow all of the lessons that we have and be able to have a good library that you're able to relate to and be able to be on top of everything. This is Paul Jones, and I thank you very much.